Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me today. So I wanted to share with you guys some very inexpensive basic tips for setting up an art studio or just a pretty minimalistic type of workspace, and this is what I've been doing for the past few years. As you guys know, I move a lot and I don't have a lot of stuff. I try to keep my existence pretty light because I never know when I'm gonna need to move again. Being a little bit more lightweight with my belongings makes that entire process a lot easier. Now, I do have a lot of small things, not like big furniture or anything like that, but I do have a bunch of small little detail stuff, and that is a pain in the butt. However, I can fit it all into a few boxes and, ship it across the world if I needed to. So this video might help you out if you are kind of like that, or if you just have a small space to work with, you don't have a lot of room, you don't have a large budget to set things up. If you are using a very small space, one of the best things you can do is to utilize vertical storage. Basically, shelving, any kind of shelving where you can stack things on top of each other minimizes the need for more furniture, and you could just have more space freed up because you're not taking up all this room with having stuff on the floor. This can also be used for decorative purposes, kind of like what I do. So I have these shelves that I bought at Michael's ages ago. I'm not sure if they still sell them, but I bought them pretty cheaply, especially with a coupon because Michael's always has coupons. They were originally just plain wood, but I did paint them white, and then later on when I switched studios, I painted them black. I hang them up. I have my mediums there, some other stuff, pencils, pens, business cards, little things like that, but it does save me some space from my actual work table. Some people asked me where I got my work table from, and the truth is it's not really a table. So at Target, I got these little dinner table trays. They fold out, and I think they were like $8 each, maybe a little bit more or less. I don't remember specifically, but it was definitely under $10. So I got 2 of those little dinner trays, and then at Home Depot, I got a piece of plywood cut to the length of the actual dinner trays, and I placed that on top of the little tables. It's not really a desk, it's just a surface that I can work on, and all of that was under $20, which I'm sure a desk will be much more expensive. Because I use my work area for painting, that thing gets dirty pretty easily. Like, I get mediums on it, I get paint on it, and I want to be able to be free with my process and not have to worry about messing up a piece of furniture. So I just got a piece of plywood, and I could, get as much paint on it as I want and just flip it over to the other side and it's fine again, which is what I did with this thing. And if I were to move somewhere, which I just did, it was actually really easy to transport everything. I didn't have to get people to help me move this huge desk. I just carried a piece of plywood and 2 little table trays. So very easy, very lightweight, very inexpensive. Also, this art cart is a kitchen cart that you can find at IKEA, and it's been really awesome for holding all my materials. Sometimes I prop my computer up there. Wonderful, wonderful little thing. It was about $25. I got it on sale. When it comes to lighting, for the longest time, I was using these clamp lights, which are just super easy to clamp onto something and have a reflective area. These are very cheap. They work with most light bulbs. Now, the thing with lighting is you want to make sure that you have the right color temperature, which is measured on the Kelvin scale. So the lower end of that scale is going to be your much warmer yellow type of lighting, typically your average desk lamp or overhead lighting that's typically found in most apartments and houses. That is not good for art. You don't want to go that low. Typically that information is usually on the box, but I would stay in the 5,000 K range. You can go to like 4,500 or 5,500 K. That is the range you want to be on in the Kelvin scale. That's basically going to be like daylight, a very neutral white light. It's not going to be too cool, too yellow. It's awesome. So that's what I prefer, and that's what I use. This was no longer fulfilling my lighting needs. So, I still use it sometimes. I have it. But for my filming and painting purposes, I now use soft boxes. There's 4 bulbs inside it. There's a diffuser on the inside and on the outside, and the inside of the actual soft box umbrella is reflective, and I'm using it right now actually, and it creates this very soft, gentle light. It illuminates everything beautifully, and I have 2 of these. This is what I've been using lately for my videos and for painting, and also for photographing prints. I used to have to rely on daylight and sunlight because that's really optimal. But now that I have these soft boxes, this makes my life so much easier and I love them. You can find them on Amazon. You can get a kit for like $100. But if you are not doing any heavy duty filming, there's really no need for that because they're pretty much used specifically for photography and videography. If you just need something simple, if you're just starting out and again you have a pretty low budget, these clamp lights you can get in a hardware store. Walmart might even have them. Basically any hardware store should carry them, and also the right lighting. Just keep it in 4500 to 5500K. That is the color temperature that you want to aim for. If you have something that's way too low on that scale, it's going to be way too yellow, your colors are not going to show up right, and then when it's daytime you're going to be like, what the heck did I do last night? Why is this so messed up? I've had that happen to me countless times, and then I learned about the color temperatures and what you need to be in, so just trying to save you some trouble there if you don't already know about that, because I didn't for a while. I mean, it's very, very simple. I don't have any kind of immaculate, mind-blowing setup in here. It's very basic, very simple. But I did try to make it cozy. I decorated by hanging out prints and paintings. I also really love to have a lot of plants in here. As you guys probably know, unless this is the first time you're watching my video, my paintings and just my art in general is very heavily inspired by nature, and I love gardening, I love taking care of plants, and having a bunch of plants in here makes me feel more cozy and inspired and connected to nature, I guess you could say. I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. Hopefully I was able to provide at least some kind of useful information. If you already have a functional setup, just ignore this video entirely. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!